The K-drama Squid Game has officially ended.
I played these games before!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the K-drama Squid Game has officially ended after 3 amazing seasons. The show that gave us memes, trends, and most important, heartbreak. Now, in today's video, I'll be ranking the 3 seasons of Squid Game and as well as their characters in Squid Game. Let's rank the seasons. Season 1. Season 1 is what introduces us to the whole idea of grown adults playing childhood games for the chance to win $1,000,000 and playing these childhood games in a life or death scenario. The whole concept was new. It was so brand new that the whole world was just struck by it. You know, it created trends. It impacted the world. And for that, S tier. Alright, Season 2. Season 2 is definitely the most notable season out of the 3.
What is the next step of the operation?
Why? Because of all the amazing memes it gave us.
Baby girl, know I get psyched.
The memes were fantastic. It gave us a good season. And for that, I'll put it A tier. Why is it A tier? Only because it really only served as a stepping stone for the next season. Season 3 was goated. It was the most depressing season out of the 3.
If you don't survive, my baby will die too.
And it gave us a really good ending. Whether you like it or not, whether you're happy that player 456 died, it was a good ending. It really just made us reflect and look back at the other 2 seasons and really made us like think. So for that, go to season S tier. That's the ranking of the seasons. On to the characters. Okay, before we start ranking the characters, I want to say a little side note. I don't know all of the names. I don't know all the numbers, but I know what they contributed to the story and I do remember them. Now, just because I don't remember their names or the numbers doesn't mean I really don't care about them. No, I do care about them. I just forgot, okay? It's a lot of names, it's a lot of players, and I'm sorry. Second thing, just because I say I don't like a character doesn't mean I hate the actor. Liking the actor and hating the character are 2 different things. You always hate the character itself, not the actor playing the character. Alright, now I will be ranking them. No specific order in which I rank them. Starting off with this girl. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She was pretty good, you know, she was a good character. She made us sad. It was sad to see her die. You know, she really served like that little sister for player 67, that little motivation to keep going. And it was really good. It really made us all tear up. And for that, I'll start off with the B tier. Gihan's best friend. You know, I actually forgot about Gihan's best friend. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that he was back in season 1. He was pretty goated. I'm not gonna lie. You know, he really carried the final battle. I wouldn't say carried. No, that was someone else. Someone later. He helped out a lot in the final battle in season 2. I'll put him right next to the girl. B tier. The dad, honestly, he was just shot for like half of like the 3rd season. So for that, I'll just put him in the C tier. She was annoying. She deserves to be an F tier. Player 101, he was a thug. He did what he had to do. I'll put him E tier. Thanos' friend. At first, I didn't like him. But in the last season, it was good. It was nice seeing how he switched up from being that cocky player to being that player who really just wanted to get out of there. And that was really good. And not only that, but he gave us a really good meme too. And for that, I think I'll just put him in the C tier. Thanos, I didn't really care for Thanos. For that, C tier. Right next to his friend. This girl, the little side plot of like that dad trying to get back with his daughter and all that stuff. I'll put her B tier. Oh Il Nam. Oh Il Nam was, you know, the original player 1 in the 1st season. He was whatever. If he didn't have that plot twist at the end of season 1, it would have been like whatever. But I'll put him like at a C tier. Season 1 Gihan. Season 1 Gihan is a completely different character from season 2 and 3 Gihan. Now, he was a go-to character. He was pretty good. But season 2 and 3 Gihan were just different, man. They were just different. And season 1 Gihan was kind of like, it was kind of whatever, you know. He was really happy. He was just happy. We'll put him right next to Oil Nam, you know. We'll put him right next to player 1. The front man.
How about that?
I am ranking the frontman as the frontman and not as player one. The frontman himself was pretty goated. He was pretty badass, pretty mysterious character. He did what he had to do and that's it. So for that, I'll just put him at the B tier. Player 388, he sold F tier. This lady, she could go right next to her boyfriend. E. Alright, our guards. We had circle, square, and triangle guard. Starting off with circle. Circle was everyone's favorite. He is my favorite because of when he was bottle feeding the little baby at the season finale. It was so cute. We all loved the circle guard. And just for that, he is the S tier. Square, pretty forgettable. No one cares. Triangle, they were getting dog wiped by the players. They were getting shit on by the players. And if it wasn't for 388, they would have lost. So for that, also F tier. The mother and son. As a duo, they were really interesting because we, as the audience, didn't want neither of them to die. Their chemistry was so good, their dynamic was so good, and it really just had us worried about them. But as a duo, they were pretty good. I'll put them at the B tier, you know? The mother herself. She was a good character. I really fucked with her. Then she killed her own son.
Bruh.
For a girl she just met. A stranger. That's your own son. That's your only blood, and you killed him. So for that, that's an E tier. Alright, the son himself. He was okay, a bozo. F tier. You know, he was just a little bitch. This guy. I didn't care that Thanos was bullying him around or like pushing him. I didn't even care if he died. But then seeing him manipulating everyone in the last game, that was crazy. Not only that, but he had the balls to go ahead and just slime out his own son. He's goated for that. He's goated for that. However, he did kill one of my favorite characters. And for that, I'm going to have to put him like at a B tier, you know. Johnny. I feel so bad for Johnny. She was set up from the beginning. She came into the games pregnant. Once she had the baby, she couldn't do anything. You know, she was just set up to lose. And I feel so bad for her. I'll put her at an A tier. Just, you know. Player 67. And all loved her. We all cried when she died. We all wanted her to live and win the game. Fortunately, Song-woo killed her. Player 67 has a special place in my heart. Why? Dude, she was so badass. She was taunting player 101 in season 1 like crazy. And she was really goated. And for that, she's an S tier. Ali, everyone's favorite, the most innocent player in the whole show. I miss him. I really do. If it wasn't for Ali, believe it or not, we wouldn't even have the rest of season 2 or 3. Back in season 1, when they were playing red light, green light, Gihan almost tripped and fell. But Ali caught him last minute and held him with one hand, preventing him from being eliminated. And he held so still that the machine couldn't even detect him. And for that, he is a GOAT, S tier. Thanks Ali for giving us 2 amazing seasons. Minsu, he let the girl die, F tier. The captain, I really hated him, F tier. I'm so sorry for not knowing her name, and I should have known her name, at least memorize it or the number. But she was goated. She was carrying everyone. She was carrying Johnny and the mom like crazy, dude. She was wiping the guards out left and right. So much ease. She was fighting the other players off during the hide and seek game. And she was my favorite character. She was insane. For that, S tier. Go to character. On to player 1. He was such a good character. He really made us believe that he was a good guy until the last moment. He manipulated not just people in the show, but us as the audience. S tier. One of my favorite characters, the salesman. In season 1, the salesman was pretty bland, you know. All he served was just slapping Gihan in the face and playing Dachi. But in season 2, we got to see more of his background, his story. We found out that he killed his own dad when he was a guard in the island. He made no exceptions. He just loved the game that much. Not only that, in his spare time, he goes and buys bread. He buys a lotto ticket and he offers them to the homeless. And he gives the homeless the choice of either picking food or a chance of winning money. Now, when he did this, keep in mind, he was off the clock. He was doing it just for the love of the game. He was not getting paid for that. He was so crazy for that. Not only that, but in his final moments with Gihan, he lost the game. He held the gun up to his face and he still held his end of the bargain and he offed himself. S tier character. Truly S tier. Player 100, I don't know how he survived for this long.
Pull up, let's see.
He was okay like a B tier just because of the idea of the lunchbox.
Did you know that in Squid Game, in order to prepare for his role as the villainous and evil player 100 in Squid Game, actor Song Young-chang, at the age of 43, paid a 16-year-old to sleep with him.
The detective did absolutely nothing for 3 seasons. He goes right into the captain and F tier. This guy, holy, this guy was goated. This guy figured the whole mystery and figured it out in one day. And for that, S tier character. Sang-woo. He would have won the games if Gi-han didn't have plot armor. He was the most strategic. He was the smartest. He knew what the games were beforehand. He was just moving crazy. And for that, he's an S tier character. Goated. Season 2/3 Gi-han. He was moving crazy. He wanted to kill player 388 after finding out that he's the reason why they lost the battle. S tier. The real villain of the show. The baby.
Let's go.
He pissed me off so much because I didn't think that a baby would hold such a key point in the plot, especially the season finale of Squid Game. He won the game. He won the game. That's crazy. It caused so much trouble. It caused Gi-han, our main character, to kill himself just to prove that they're not horsens. The baby had so much power in the season finale, and it's so crazy. A tier, right next to her mother.
Let's go.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our ranking of the seasons of Squid Game as well as the characters in Squid Game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a good day.
To the moon, let me play among the stars.